What is your favorite law school class? This is such a popular law firm interview question, and although it sounds very conversational, they're asking it for a reason. So we want to be very strategic about our response, make sure that we're hyping ourselves up, and really cement the fact that we are the perfect candidate for that junior associate spot. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm Angela Vorpahl of angelavorpahl.com and the Law School Network on Facebook, and I help law students dominate law school and land their dream legal job. So if learning these strategies and secrets behind a successful law school career to build the life that you want is of interest to you, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so that you are sure not to miss any new videos. And be sure to stay till the end because you'll have the opportunity to download the best questions to ask in a law firm interview guide, which will turn every single law firm interview into a great conversation. So with that, if you're excited to get started, then smash that like button and let's go. The first thing to keep in mind in answering this question is that it's going to be in two parts. So the first part is going to be, of course, the class that we choose, and that class is going to be broken down into three categories: litigation, corporate, or both. And that is going to correspond to the type of law that you're going to say that you are potentially interested in practicing in a law firm interview. And so if you don't yet have clarity about what that answer for you would be, then be sure to check out this video here where we talk about how to go about choosing the type of law that you say you're interested in practicing. So once you have that clarity, we're going to choose a class from one of those three categories, and then we're going to explain why that class is our favorite class by identifying the skills or the areas of the law that it corresponds to. The first category is going to apply to everyone. So whether or not you're interested in litigation or corporate law or both, you can use one of these classes. And the first one is legal research and writing. And this one's a really easy pick because for most of us, it is the only real world lawyering skills that we're learning 1L a year. And so you can say that legal research and writing is your favorite course because you really enjoyed the hands-on lawyering skills that you were taught, the real world application of cases to a fact pattern, and the technical structure of writing a legal memo or a legal brief. The second class that falls into this category that applies to everyone is constitutional law. And you can say that constitutional law was your favorite class because you really enjoyed digging into the complex arguments for ambiguous legal questions, and that you enjoyed seeing how creative legal arguments can be crafted for issues that have a really high level of social impact. Next category of classes is for my litigators. So if you are going to say that you are potentially interested in a litigation-based practice, you can also select one of these classes as your favorite. And the first one is civil procedure. And so you could say that civil procedure was my favorite class because in addition to learning the substance of the law, I really enjoyed learning the procedural aspects and the strategies behind how a lawsuit is created and how it is navigated, and also how to connect the dots between the rules and the creative arguments that you can craft based on those rules. Two more classes that fit within this category are criminal law and torts. And so you could say that criminal law was my favorite class because I really enjoyed picking apart the factual scenarios to see which facts were the ones that the court's ultimate conclusion turned on, and then also see how creative arguments can be used based on those exact same facts to come to a different outcome. Another thing I would add, if you're going to say that criminal law or torts was your favorite class, is to clarify that you specifically want to apply that foundational knowledge in a complex commercial setting, because a lot of the law firms that you are going to be interviewing with probably don't practice criminal law, and there's also a really good chance that they don't practice torts-based law either. And so if that is the case, then you want to show them that you intend to use that skill set or that knowledge base to be useful to their law firm and their practice areas. This last category is for my transactional people. So if you are going to say that you are potentially interested in a transactional practice or a corporate law practice, then you can choose from one of these other classes. And the first one is contracts. So you can say that contracts was my favorite class because I really enjoyed learning the particulars of how parties come together to negotiate, make agreements, and get deals done. And I look forward to applying this baseline foundational understanding to more complex commercial business agreements. And so here we're doing something very similar to what we did in the criminal law or torts law example, which is showing the law firm that we understand understand that what we learned 1L year is just the foundation, is just the basics, and that we look forward to really using that knowledge to apply it to a practice group that the law firm actually has and clients that the law firm actually serves. Another class in this category would be property. So you could say that property was my favorite class because I really enjoyed learning the very detailed, very complex tenets of property law and how that can be applied to more complex real estate transactions. Again, doing the same thing we did with the other courses and really tying that to the practice groups and the clients that the law firm has. One note about property is that if you are not specifically interested in real estate law, I would not choose property as your favorite course because property doesn't really have a lot of crossover with other practice groups. And so unless you're going to say that is the group that you are interested in, I wouldn't use property as an example and would instead choose one of the other classes that can be used and has more of a crossover among practice groups. So those are all the 1L courses, and that's how I would go about picking the class I say is my favorite based on the type of law that I'm telling the law firm that I am likely interested in practicing. Now, if you are asked this question in the future and you have some more advanced classes under your belt, then by all means choose a more advanced class, something like tax or business transactions or evidence or patent licensing, something that's even more directly connected to the type of law that you want to practice. Regardless of what class you choose, just remember that we want that connection, we want that relationship between what we're saying is interesting to us, the skill set and the knowledge that we've developed, and that type of law that we are ultimately saying that we want to practice. All right, guys, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to download the best questions to ask in a law firm interview guide, which have all of the questions I used in my law firm interviews that really help keep a strong, dynamic conversation going. The link will be below this video, so be sure to check that out. And let me know how those interviews go, guys. Go rock them. Have a great week. I'll see you in the next one.